Welcome back to your weekend forecast. We are taking live pictures this morning over King Street in Boone. You can see a little bit of rain on the camera there. Cars moving slowly with those slick roads just as the morning rain is kind of starting to slick off little by little, but still some drizzles here and there. Obviously, November, first Sunday of November, and listen. It's warm. It does not feel like the first Sunday of November.
Yeah, it's a lot different than normal. Our normal temperature, actually our high is 67, normal high temperature.
Yeah.
Take a guess what our low temperature was this morning.
Like 60s, 50s, I don't know.
68.
That's crazy.
So our low was higher than our normal high.
Wow.
I think that just that's warm, muggy, cloudy, I think all kind of wrapped into the same picture. And you saw that picture, of course, from Boone. These are other cameras across our area right now. You take a look here at our quad box cam. You can see Monroe, Dallas, Kannapolis, not actively raining right now, but you can kind of see that light drizzle accumulating on the cameras, or at least left over from some showers. And of course, we have active showers to track too. So let's take a look here at WCNC Doppler radar. As we zoom into kind of where some of the heavier pockets of rain are right now, we're going to take a closer look here at York County. You can see a few pockets of heavy rain on the northwestern side. This is northwest of York, just south there of Clover. Again, these are scattered in nature and it's not heavy rain. It's kind of more of a nuisance rain, right? You never want to deal with this, especially as you're heading out early for your Sunday morning plans. You got church plans, you got brunch plans. You don't want to deal with this. Unfortunately, we will be dealing with this for at least a few more hours. You can see heaviest rain over Cleveland County right now near Shelby, Boiling Springs. And again, this is heading toward the north and east. So areas in Lincoln County, southern Gaston County also going to be dealing with this here over the next few hours. Hickory into Catawba County, you can see some light rain just south of there, and then as well as up toward Alexander County actively right now. As we continue to go hour by hour, again, you'll see the scattered rain largely this morning before we eventually taper off in the afternoon. I do still expect sunshine to peek through those clouds, kind of like yesterday. And so we should have enough time to warm to the upper 70s. Of course, with a low of 68, it's not going to be hard to reach 78, right? We only have to warm 10 degrees, but this is really much more indicative of humidity levels that we typically see during the summer. Now, I would argue, right, that a high of 78 feels better even when it's muggy than a high of about 95, but hey, it's still definitely more humid, at least for November standards. Now, as we continue to go hour by hour, again, you're going to see those scattered showers this morning into the early half of the afternoon. Here's 2, 3 o'clock, but notice after about 4 p.m. we are going to start to wrap up the rain as it shifts away from us. The one small negative here, right, is now we had these earlier sunsets. So 5 p.m. we're largely dry, but that sunset's going to occur around about 5:24 this evening. But overnight, we will see a few clouds only and a little bit of lingering drizzle there, especially toward the mountains, but nothing too crazy as we head into your Monday. Now, we will see the opportunity for a few isolated thunderstorms today, especially in the afternoon where we get a little bit of that sunshine peeking through the clouds. It is nothing severe, just maybe an isolated rumble of thunder, a little bit of lightning. So keep that in mind if you have outdoor plans. In the tropics, new update for you. Actually, this area we're tracking the next few days, up to a 90% chance of tropical development over the next 5 days. I think it's becoming increasingly likely that this becomes our next named storm. But even this disturbance east of Bermuda at least has a chance to briefly become something tropical. This one is not the one we're talking about. That one's heading off to the north and east. It's this disturbance here just to the north of Puerto Rico. Now, this is going to become our next potential tropical cyclone or tropical depression. This is going to be likely, I would say, within the next 2 days or so, if not earlier than that. This low is going to get closer to the state of Florida as we go throughout the middle part of this week, bringing areas of rain, windy conditions for those folks. And models actually pretty consistent that this could do a hop pretty much over Florida into the Gulf of Mexico before it takes that northeasterly turn. Here in the central Carolinas, our biggest impact going to be the opportunity for the return of rain, especially on Friday. This is shifted a little bit later, and even breezy conditions. Not great for those Veterans Day parades scheduled for Friday, but looking a little bit better for Bank of America Stadium. The Panthers taking on the Falcons at home at 8:15 on Thursday.